Hello, everyone. It means so much to me that you have chosen to spend this time together. I know life is busy, and your presence here tells me that you are ready to rise into a deeper sense of self worth. Thank you for showing up for yourself and welcome to embracing your worth. Come home to your worth. My name is Vanessa Lopez. I'm a certified instructor in Kundalini Yoga and breathwork and pranayama. I created this space because I know what it feels like to question your worth, to hold back your voice, and to crave the kind of confidence that feels unshakable and real. But I also know what it feels like to remember who you are, to come home to yourself, to rise. This experience is a gentle but powerful journey into self worth. You are going to reconnect with your truth, release old stories, and begin to embody the version that has always been waiting to lead. We'll reflect, we'll breathe, we'll visualize. And to close the session, we'll ground and integrate this process with a powerful meditation. You'll have a chance to journal, to integrate, and most of us to feel seen and supported. So please pause this video now and look for a notebook, paper, pencil to write along whatever bubbles up within you. And at the end, I'd share how you can go even deeper with me in a live full day Zoom workshop if you feel called. But for now, I invite you to take a deep breath, drop into your body and allow this space to be just for you. You're worthy, you're powerful, and this is your time. Before we begin, I want to share something personal with you, a piece of my story. I grew up as a child of an alcoholic mother, and while she did her best, the love I received often felt fragmented, confusing, and painful. As a little girl, I internalized that I was broken, unlovable, unworthy. I tried not to take up too much space, not to shine too brightly, because without the proper reflection, I didn't know who I was. I didn't have a solid sense of self or the confidence to trust in my own voice. I thought her absence, her drinking meant there was something wrong with me, that I wasn't worthy of love or safety or being chosen. I became someone who constantly sought for external validation. Validation became my compass. The only way I knew I was doing things right as a little girl with not much supervision around. And without that validation, I felt lost, invisible, unsure of my worth. But here's the truth I discovered. There was never nothing wrong with me. What I lacked wasn't self worth, it was the mirror to reflect it back. Through this work, through self love, healing, and reclaiming my power, I began to see myself clearly and I realized that I was always worthy. I was always enough. I just needed to come home to that truth. And that's why I'm here. Because if I could rise from those wounds, so can you. And I'm here to walk with you every step of the way. Understanding self love is the key to living an empowered life. Self worth is the foundation of how we see ourselves and interact with the world. It is the deep intrinsic belief that we are valuable, deserving of love, respect, and not because of what we do, but simply because we exist. Unlike self esteem, which often fluctuates based on achievements, self worth remains constant when truly cultivated. Understanding and embracing self love is essential for living an empowered and fulfilling life. Place a hand in your heart and ask yourself, do I believe I'm worthy simply because I exist? Do I believe I have value just because I exist? Breathe into whatever comes up here. Now that you have a sense of the power of self worth and how deeply it shapes our lives, let's explore something that often gets confused with self love, but is actually very different. That is self esteem. Understanding the difference between these two can transform how you see yourself and how you build unshakable confidence from within. Take a break and ask yourself, do I define my worth for what I do or by who I am? And you may be asking yourself, but what is the difference between self-love, self-worth and self-esteem? Many people confuse them. While they're related, they're not the same. Self esteem is often tied to external factors such as accomplishments, social approvals, and abilities. But when we succeed or receive praise, our self esteem rises. When we fail or are criticized, it may plummet. Self worth, on the other hand, it is independent of circumstances. It is the unwavering belief in our self inherent value, regardless of external validation. For example, a person with high self worth know they are valuable. Even if they make mistakes or face rejection, they do not allow failures to define them, but instead, they see them as opportunities of growth. Cultivating self worth means recognizing that we are enough as we are without needing external validation, achievements to prove it. Your worth is not determined by but what you achieve or by but by who you are at the core. Your life, your life depends on how you show up for yourself. Let's reflect on this prompt. In what areas of my life do I notice myself self-esteem fluctuating? Where in my life do I feel my self-worth is unshakable? You can pause the video if you feel called to write down what is showing up for you now and continue after you're done. So now that you understand the difference between self worth and self esteem, You might be wondering, how does my sense of self worth really show up in my daily life? Let's explore exactly how your self worth shapes your relationships, your confidence, your mental health, and the way you move through the world. Take a breath here and feel into this question. Where in my life does my sense of worth empowers me? And where does it hold me back? Let's dive in. How does self-worth shapes our lives? Our level of self worth influences nearly every aspect of our lives, from our relationships to our career choices, mental health, and overall happiness. Let's take a closer look at how this truth shows up in the fabric of your life, in relationships. People with strong self worth set healthy boundaries and do not settle for toxic relationships. They choose connections that reflect mutual respect and love rather than seeking validation through unhealthy dynamics. How you feel about yourself influences how you attract and who you feel drawn to. High self-worth attract partners and friends who value, respect, and uplifts you, while low self-worth often draws in people who mirror your doubts or exploit your insecurities. Self-worth also affect your expressions and needs. When you know your worth, you express your needs, your desires, and your feelings with confidence, intimacy, and understanding. On the other hand, if you feel unworthy, you may suppress your truth out of fear of rejection, leading to resentment, disconnection, and unmet needs. Let's reflect on this question. Where in my relationships am I seeking validation instead of expressing my true worth? What boundary could I set today to honor my value? Another aspect that is affected by your sense of self worth is your career and your success. Those who believe in their worth are more likely to pursue their passions and take risks because they trust in their ability to succeed. They're less afraid of failure because they do not equate it with personal inadequacy. Your self worth sets the standard of what you accept in your career, determining whether you pursue opportunities that reflect your true value or settle for what you don't deserve. Your sense of self worth shapes your career and success because others mirror the confidence or doubt that you project, affecting how they value, respect, and respond to your contributions. When you believe in your worth, you give yourself permission to rise beyond fear. Reflect on this question. Where in my career or business am I holding back due to self doubt? What bold action can I take today if I believe I was enough? It also impacts your mental and emotional well being. Low self worth often leads to negative self talk, anxiety, depression. In contrast, a strong sense of self worth fosters resilience, inner peace, and emotional balance. Self worth shapes your inner dialogue. When you feel worthy, your inner voice is supported and compassionate, giving you resilience and calm, even during hard times. But low self worth creates harsh self criticism, guilt, and shame, leading to anxiety, depression, and more chronic stress. I will expand on shifting this inner critic voice to one of empowerment in one My Day Zoom workshop that I will be offering, as well as how to set boundaries and best practices to release self-doubt. Stay tuned at the end for more details. But let's continue. A solid sense of worth influences emotional resilience by giving the emotional strength to handle setbacks, failure, or rejection without crumbling, because you don't base your entire value on outcomes. But self worth makes every challenge feel like a reflection on personal inadequacy, intensifying emotional pain. Reflect on this. How does my current of self worth influence my daily mood and mental health? I will repeat it. How does my current sense of self worth influences my daily mood and mental health? What is the one kind affirming thought I can offer myself right now? One affirming thought. Remember that self worth is the soil from where confident peace and fulfillment grow. As you can see, self worth touches every part of our lives, from our relationships to our confidence to our inner peace. But if cultivating self worth is so powerful, why does it often feel so hard to fully embody it? Let's explore some of the common barriers that keep us from feeling worthy and whole. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what barriers has I faced in my journey to self worth? What barriers has I faced on my uh, journey to self worth? It's important to bring this into the life so you can begin to release them. What other common barriers to self worth? Many people struggle with self worth, including me, due to past experience, societal expectations, or internalized negative beliefs. Here are some common barriers. Childhood conditioning. Many of our self worth beliefs stem from early experiences from our childhood. Early messages became core beliefs. You see, as children, we absorbed messages from parents, from teachers, or caregivers as truth because we have no filters to question them. If we were criticized, neglected, shamed, we internalized these experiences. Like in my case, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of love. I'm worthless. And if we felt that love was conditioning to meeting someone's expectation, we may carry these wounds into adulthood. Reflect on these questions. What messages about your worth did you receive growing up? How have they shaped who you are today? Another aspect that affects our sense of self-worth is comparison. And the comparison culture, social media, and we all know that social media and societal pressures often make people feel not good enough by constantly measuring them against unrealistic standards. In the age of social media, we are bombarded by curated highlight photos, reels that resembles distorted realities, and making easy for people to believe that we're falling, lacking, not attractive enough, even boring. When in fact, we are just perfect as we are. We all our imperfections. Remember that comparison steals your joy and dims your light. Your journey is incomparable, unique, and incredible. Think about this. Where in my life am I comparing myself to others? How does it affect my self worth? Take a deep breath. See what's bubbling up for you. This brings us to perfectionism. Believing that we must be flawless to be worthy can keep us trapped in self-doubt and fear of say of failure. Perfectionism affects our worth. It convinces us that we are only worthy when we perform flawlessly, creating a constant cycle of self-criticism, anxiety, and never feeling good enough no matter what we achieve. It prevents us from authentic growth because when we strive to be perfect, we avoid taking risks, making mistakes, which are essential for growth and building through self confidence. Think about this. What would shift if you release the need to be perfect? How would you feel? How would you, or what would you create if you knew that perfection was out of the question? Doesn't it feel good and empowering, right? It does. Now that we have brought these barriers to life, I want you to remember this. Just because these barriers exist doesn't mean they have to define you. You have the power to shift, to heal, and to rebuild your sense of worth from within. Take a moment and ask yourself, am I willing to begin cultivating my worth today? Will I be brave enough to start nurturing my worth today? I know you are, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. And that's a true fact. Now, let's explore how you can start nurturing your self worth one loving action at a time. The good news is that self worth is not fixed, it can be nurtured and strengthened daily. Breathe in this truth and repeat with me. I have the power to build my worth from within. Here's some effective ways to cultivate a strong sense of self worth. Practice self compassion. Speak to yourself with kindness and understanding. Replace the self critic and self criticism with supportive and encouraging words. Be aware of your self talk. Challenge negative beliefs. Identify limiting beliefs that make you feel unworthy and reframe them with empowering truth. Make a list. Shifting, I'm not good enough for, I'm enough exactly how I am. The I'm not worthy for I'm inherently worthy of love, joy, and all good things. And allow that feeling to nourish every cell in your body. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy and yes to things that align with your values. Honor yourself and respect yourself. When you want to say no, say it without any remorse or guilt. I know it's hard, but start practicing it today. Celebrate yourself. Acknowledge your growth, strength, and progress, no matter how small. When you do or say something that builds your worth, stop for a minute and acknowledge it. Thank yourself for being there for you. Engage in self love practices. Practice prioritizing activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul, such as meditation, yoga, journaling, or spending time in nature or with your loved ones. Be the love that you may be seeking. Love yourself unconditionally. Every act of self love is a declaration of your worth. Take a deep breath. Let all this sink in. You have just discovered powerful ways to begin cultivating your self worth in daily life. And now I invite you to go even deeper, to connect with your inner truth through journaling. These questions will help you uncover unhidden beliefs, celebrate your worth, and anchor the practices we just explored. Reflect on these questions. Get your get your Take a deep breath and ask yourself, am I ready to see myself more clearly today? Beautiful. Grab your journal and let begins this deeper exploration together. Are you ready? Choose one prompt or question each day this week to reconnect with your inner truth. And remember to send me an email at Vanessa Lopez, the inner light path that love, to receive your workbook to include all these questions and more. Also, feel free to stop the video and journal about it and come back whenever you're ready. Let's begin. What does self worth mean to me? What experiences from my past have influenced how I see my worth today? What are three qualities of love I love about myself? In what situations do I feel more confident and worthy? What is one negative belief I have about myself, and how can I reframe it into a positive affirmation? How do I react when I make a mistake? How can I show myself more compassion in those moments? What boundaries can I set to protect my boundaries and self-worth? Who are the people in my life who uplifts and support my sense of self-worth? How can I nurture those relationships? What daily actions can I take to remind myself of my inherent worth? If I truly believe in my worth, what is one bold action I will take today? Deep reflections. Journaling opens the door to deep awareness and healing. You will start shifting the neural pathways in your brain, creating new healthy connections, stories, and habits. And now it's time to integrate these insights into embody actions, because true worth isn't just what we think or feel, is how we show up for ourselves every single day. Take a deep breath here and think about this. How can I honor my worth through loving action today? How can I honor my worth through loving action today? Let's explore some simple yet and powerful exercises to anchor self worth in your daily life. Now, let's anchor your worth with these practical exercises. The mirror work. Stand in front of a mirror, looking into your eyes, and say three things, three affirmations about your worth for at least 2 weeks, or until you feel they are part of who you are. Like, I believe in myself. I'm worthy of love and success. My contributions are valuable. I have what it takes to succeed in life. Create a gratitude list. Write down 5 things you appreciate about yourself each day for 2 weeks. Release negative labels. Write down any label or belief that have made you feel unworthy. Then tear up the page as a symbolic act, releasing them. Like, I'm broken, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not attractive enough. Get rid of that. It doesn't belong in you. Daily power pose. Stand tall, shoulders back, handsome hips, chin high. Take deep breath for 2 minutes. Feel the confidence going through you. Self-worth meditations. Visualize yourself as your most confident, radiant self. Imagine how you walk, talk, and how you show up in the world with unshakable worth. Repeat these powerful statements with me. When I choose to honor myself, the world rises to meet me. Awesome. These exercises are powerful tools to anchor your worth into your daily life. You should feel proud for showing and doing the work. Today, you have journaled, reflected, and committed to love in action. And now, as we come to a close before the final meditation, I want you to remind you of something deeply and really important. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is one truth about my worth that I want to carry forward from today? Let's conclude this journey together with a reminder of your innate and unshakable worth. Understanding self love is a transformative journey that allows you to step into your true power. When you recognize your intrinsic value, you no longer need validation from others or fear of failure. Instead, you move through life with confidence, with resilience, and an open heart. The key to self worth is realizing that you were always enough just as you are. Close your eyes and whisper to yourself, I'm enough. I'm worthy. I'm free to be me. But making the commitment to honor and nurture your self worth, you create a foundation for a life of joy, fulfillment, and authentic self expression. As we are wrapping up these teachings, I want to offer you a space to truly feel everything we have explored today. Because it's one thing to understand your worth with your mind, and it's another to embody it deeply within your heart, your body, and your spirit. Take a gentle breath and ask yourself, am I ready to fully embody my worth today? Right now. Beautiful. Let's move into a guided meditation to integrate and anchor this truth within you. Welcome, radiant souls. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. You have arrived you to a sacred space. This moment is for you. A journey to remember your worth, to embody the truth that you are enough right now as you are. A time to pause, to reconnect, and to remember your inherent worth, no matter your path, no matter your doubts. Right now, you are enough. You have always been enough. Find a comfortable position. Begin to close your eyes. Allow your body to settle into stillness. Let your body relax. Allow your shoulders to relax, to soften, your jaw to release, your mind to quiet. All is well. Let your hand rest quietly on your lap. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your diaphragm and then your lungs. Hold it for a moment and release through your mouth with an honest and letting go sound. Take another deep breath through your nose and release it through your mouth. Do this a few times. Feel the air as it flows in and out like ocean waves. With every breath, you feel yourself becoming more grounded, more centered, more open. Allow your breath to deepen. Now, gently breathe your attention to your heart center. Imagine a soft golden light glowing there, warm, radiant, loving. This light is the essence of your self worth. It's been there since the beginning. It has never dimmed, only forgotten. It has always been within you, unchanging, eternal, whole. With every breath, allow this light to grow. With each inhale, feel this light growing. With each exhale, release anything that tells you you are not enough. Expanding through your chest, shoulders, down your arms, into your fingertips. Let the warmth of that light express, move through your chest, shoulders, down to your arms, into your stomach. Feel it move through your belly, your hips, your legs, and all the way down to the sole of your feet. You are grounded. You're surrounded and bathed on your own light of worthiness. You are glowing, bathed in your inherent worth. Now, Silently or out loud, repeat these words after me, or simply let them wash over you. I'm worthy. I'm whole. I'm enough. My worth is not earned, it's remembered. I release the stories that told me otherwise. I'm worthy simply because I exist. My worth is not something I earn, it's something I am. I release the belief that I have to prove myself to be valuable. I release the stories that told me otherwise. My worth is not earned, it's remembered. I deserve love, respect, and peace. I- I'm complete. I'm aligned. I'm centered. I'm enough exactly as I am. Let each affirmation land deeply. Let them fill up every cell in your body. Let them reprogram that voice inside you to one of truth, kindness, and love. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of those stories lifting, melting into the earth below you. You don't have to carry them anymore. Now, imagine your future self, the version of you who walks with calm, confidence, who speaks with grace, who chooses from love. See yourself walking through your life with this light still glowing within. Feel how your posture shifts when you know that you're worthy, how your voice sounds, how your presence radiates calm and confidence. Imagine yourself in situations where you have doubted yourself before, but this time you walk knowing that you are already enough. There is nothing to earn. There is only truth to embody. See yourself, feel yourself. This person lives in you, and with each breath, you become this person more and more. Repeat with me. I embody my worth. I choose to believe in my light. I, I walk in power, peace, and presence. Feel this true and this light settling into your bones, anchoring into your heart. You don't have to do anything to keep it. It yours always has been. Take one more deep breath, a nourishing breath into your nose. Hold it And exhale through your mouth slowly. Now take a final breath. Feel your energy grounded, your heart open, your light undeniable. When you're ready, bring your awareness back. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your shoulders and slowly open your eyes. You have returned home to yourself, to your truth, to your unshakable worth. Carry these feelings into your choices, your relationships, into your day to day. From now on, I want you to remember that you are not broken. You are not lacking. You are whole. You are worthy. You are loved. And above all, remember that you are a magnificent human being. Thank you for returning to your truth. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Remember, your worth is not something you need to earn, it's who you are. May you walk through this week knowing you are deeply loved, infinitely valuable, and always enough just as you are. May you carry this knowing in every breath, every choice, and every moment of this beautiful experience called life. Let your light guide you home and keep up the good work. Namaste. Now, please send me an email to receive the workbook to Vanessa Lopez at the innerlightpath.org. And if this class resonated with you, please leave me a testimonial, some comment. They mean the world to me. Sign up to receive the next free masterclass on confidence and called Embodying Your Brilliance, the path to effortless confidence, where we will also reflect, journal, and visualize and ground ourselves with a meditation. And finally, don't forget to also sign up for my upcoming one day Zoom workshop where we will dive deeper into releasing self doubt, silencing that inner critic, and selling healthy boundary. I will give you the date. Follow me on Instagram on at the Inner Light Path and on Facebook, the Inner Light Path Love. My inner, my email is on the screen and is only with one end, the inner. And until next time, love deeply, shine bravely, and embrace your journey. Have a blessed day. Ciao.